Welcome to Neighborhood Chefs. Today we're here with Reggie. Hi Reggie, how are you?
Hi Ariana, how are you?
Fine, thank you. Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Alright, my name is Reggie, like you just heard, and I'm a sort of a raw food chef.
Okay.
Not always totally raw, but I try to introduce more raw food into my diet and actually also other people's diet. So I help people who want to find out more about raw food. I help them to transition into it. And today we actually, what we're going to do today is something what a raw foodist would eat for dinner. Mm-hmm. It's a whole different philosophy with raw food. Basically, you start your day very light. Mm-hmm. You have like a juice for breakfast, for example, green juice. We love kale.
Okay.
Basically, it's the new beef for us. It has everything in it that you need, and the juicing you do in order to get more of those vitamins and minerals into your body, because obviously you couldn't eat a whole bunch of kale for breakfast. So that's one thing that we do, and then me personally, I eat fruits, and then maybe for lunch I have a smoothie, stuff like that. And then at night, that's actually the only time where I eat a meal, a full meal. Okay. So that usually consists out of a salad. Today we're going to make a kale salad, and then we're going to make holy rollers. Okay. Holy rollers is something that I developed myself. It's not entirely raw because we are actually using Ezekiel sprouted tortillas, which is cooked. I mean, which is what it means actually. It is heated above 115 degrees. Whatever is heated below 115 degrees is considered raw.
Wow. Mm-hmm. Okay.
And well, and I brought you a treat, so maybe you don't. Maybe you're starving, so you can eat me.
Thank you. That was
a little snack. Usually, when I cook, I have a glass of wine and stuff, but we don't do that now here. But I think, at least.
We could.
You know, it's always good to relax a little bit. My mission sort of is to make people feel more comfortable with food and with produce that is just like, you know, fresh, and you make something, we can make it taste good. You use I use a lot of spices and stuff. So maybe a little bit about what we use in a raw kitchen. We don't use regular soy sauce. We use nama shoyu, which is naturally fermented, and there are no preservatives in it. So that's another important point. Excuse me, because all the preservatives our body doesn't recognize that stuff. So it builds up waste and toxins in our bodies.
Right. Absolutely right.
Absolutely. Then what I use for salt is I usually use Himalayan pink salt. It's supposedly the best out there. If that is not available, then just regular sea salt. Okay. Obviously, also that's another thing. If you are really living that clean lifestyle, I'll try to introduce more and more organic produce as well.
You would find pink salt and that soy sauce in like an organic type of
Yes.
Whole Foods store.
I mean that, for example, the nama shoyu you can buy in Whole Foods, but I bought it on the internet because this is quite pricey. I mean, it's in Whole Foods. It's probably like $25 or something like that. So you don't wanna. Then the kale salad, the dressing for the kale salad, that's also something special. What we are doing today. Usually I use your olive oil for the dressing, but I made the dressing at home already. That's a shallot pumpkin seed oil dressing. The pumpkin seed oil, a friend of mine brought that back from Austria, so I was like, well, let's use that this time. It's really, maybe you want to smell on it. Sure. It's really not in.
It smells good though.
Yeah. Okay, so with what we want to start for sure is the kale is pretty rough, and obviously we are not cooking it, right? So it's rough and tough. So we want to soften that up a little bit.
Okay.
And how do you soften something up? The easiest way is you massage it, right? So I'm gonna use gloves now. Normally I don't use gloves when I cook for friends. I mean, but I cut myself yesterday, so I think it's better.
Yeah.
And since I only deal with raw food, it's also not, it's not gonna be cooked. So if I prepare food for people, I don't know. I definitely put gloves on more to make them feel comfortable about it.
That makes sense.
So we're gonna massage the kale with olive oil, garlic. I mean, with me, whenever I do something, nothing goes without garlic. I just can't
I love
do
garlic.
it. Yeah, it's so healthy for you. Lemon juice, and that's it.
Okay.
So what we're gonna do now is we just take a half of a lemon. That's enough for that amount. I mean, I don't know, Ariana. Did you want to massage the kale?
I would not mind massaging the kale. I think I should probably put gloves on.
Exactly, there are
Let me
more.
grab these gloves.
And there are more somewhere over there. And it's actually nice, if you're making it for yourself, you if with the olive oil and stuff, it's also nice for your skin, It's perfect. I seldom, did I put the whole one in? Well, it's what it is. A little bit of olive oil. And then maybe 2 cloves of garlic. So everyone knows how to, take the skin off a garlic clove easily.
You know these really cool little devices that takes all you trying to say.
That is just a garlic press.
I see.
And
Saves time.
it's pretty tough or it's always a pain to peel the garlic. So if you crush it first with the blade, then it's easier. Then you can just pull it off. Then here, that's it. I think I forgot to say something. A little bit of salt would be probably not bad either, huh? So now you can just really massage it with a lot of love, like you would massage a lover, because this is really, it basically what should happen is that it falls together a bit, It should become soft, and it will if you are give it a soulful massage, not like not any half things here.
Massage it like I mean it, huh?
Exactly. Not like this is.
It's getting
Oh,
soft. I feel like getting softer.
I'm not really sure about this guy. No. You're definitely sure,
I can feel it changing texture already.
You see?
Yeah.
He is feeling it, huh?
He likes, he's feeling the
likes
love.
it? Good.
I think it's
Well, I mean, I don't know if we want it too soft, then again.
This is good. I think that's pretty good. She's funny. All right.
So we're gonna set that away aside. It can so it can marinate a bit.
Okay.
So I think you did a good job. You can.
Thank you.
You can stay.
Go ahead. It still works out.
All right. Next, that's the biggest project for the holy rollers. What we gonna put inside the holy rollers in this roll, we're gonna make a cilantro pesto.
Ah, okay.
So for the cilantro pesto, we have a bunch of cilantro. I've washed it at home. You trust me.
I believe.
There's no sand in it anymore.
Okay.
So, and now, I mean, we have rough times. So cilantro can, especially organic cilantro, can be quite expensive. So to make it more, I put a little bit of spinach in it too.
Okay.
Kind
of like filler.
It's a filler, and you're gonna get the taste from the cilantro anyway. But it's sort of it's healthy. Spinach as well. Same thing as kale. Also very good for you. Whatever is green, go for it. And of course, again, garlic, huh? And that you can just throw in like that.
Okay.
Because we are gonna food process it, right? Oh. Yeah, that's another exactly. And I'm a vegetarian. Sorry, I'm not gonna eat that thing.
She's funny. That was funny.
A little bit about the tools. I mean, if you are a vegetarian or a raw food chef, or if you're preparing a lot of vegetables and stuff, you really need a favorite knife. This is awesome, because you're gonna do so much with it. You're not gonna be like, you need a real nice, sharp knife that feels nice in your hand, So I put like maybe a half a teaspoon of that. I'm really easygoing with stuff like that, I'm usually tasting stuff or putting salt in to taste, You're gonna taste it. If it's good, fine. If not, then we add more.
A little more, it's true.
This here, I always recycle stuff. This used to be makeup, but it's a glass thing, and it's easy to transport stuff like that, And I think people should reuse their stuff more anyway,
Yeah, seriously.
So what is that here? This is a date paste, because once again, if you are really into raw food, you are also not using sugar. But you would use
that's dates?
Yes, that's exactly. I did that at home. You take dried dates and then some water, and you blend it up in a food processor. And you can use that. You can put it in smoothies, or you can do it in stuff put it in stuff like that. Because this should be salty, but it has to have a little bit of a sweetness to it too. So we're gonna put some of that. Ooh. Okay. Some more lemon juice. Okay. Then we soaked sun-dried tomatoes. They're gonna go in there too. I don't think I'm gonna use all of it. Well, to hell, we just put it all in it. Sun-dried tomatoes, what do? They add saltiness to it.
Okay.
And also some black pepper, olives. Same thing here. They add a little bit of bitterness and saltiness. Just that you have a nice balance.
Okay.
Did we put everything? Let's see. I'm gonna close this thing. I can't.
I think it's
So, we chop that up with the food processor. Right now we just sort of scrape it down. And And then we're gonna start this whole thing again and pour oil in it a bit.
Okay.
Pour a little bit oil in it. That noise. Of course, we basically just have to try it, you know, that's where it comes down to. It's not bad. It's a bit too salty if you ask me. So what we can...
It's really good.
I think the saltiness is fine because we're rolling it up with vegetables, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we get away with it. You like it? Good. I'm glad.
I'm not surprised. I knew I was gonna like it.
All right, we're gonna put that in this bowl.
Mm-hmm.
Now, okay, here are all the veggies that gonna go into the holy rollers. So we have carrots, we have, no, that's not right, that goes over here. We have sprouts, and we have scallions. And then here also something special. I made that last night. These are marinated mixed mushrooms.
Marinated in what?
Well, it's a smoked paprika, toasted sesame oil, nama shoyu, chili powder,
Okay.
garlic again, of course.
Of course.
And then you basically let it marinate overnight. And that's what happens. And that is sort of replacing your meat. Plus, since, I mean, like the real strict raw food people, I mean, they would never eat tofu or something like that. They really only eat things that are pure from the, you know, it shouldn't be modified too much. So, or processed too much, let's put it that way. What we're gonna do now is we're gonna roll the rolls. Everyone, maybe also for everyone, a good thing, how to cut an avocado, huh? Take that, twist it. Yeah, it's a bad job. Oops. Right, and then you take the knife. I mean, you've got to be a bit careful, but just like that. Yeah, well, you know.
That knife. You got it. Go ahead.
All right. So, where is the nori? This is you can get that basically in every store nowadays. You take the shiny side to the bottom.
And what is this called again?
Nori.
Nori. Okay.
It's what is used for sushi rolls and stuff. You know?
Yes. Okay.
It's seaweed basically, and then pressed and dried. Then we put an Ezekiel tortilla on top of it, and we gonna smear on some of this pesto.
That was so good. I'm really excited about this space.
Yeah, you know, it's like the good part about it is like everything that is in here is really good for you. You know, it's truly good for you. It gives you, actually, if you eat food like that, you just tend to be more, to have more energy. Because even though it fills you up, it doesn't take that the digestion is much, you know, it's much less hard to digest.
It doesn't make you sluggish. It's not.
Yeah,
slow.
not at all. And since, you know, if you eat light to heavy, then it's also not that bad because you can go to bed. I mean, not immediately after eating, but that's sort of the philosophy behind it. You know what I mean? You go to bed when you feel tired. You're not. It's not like
you don't have to wait for your food to digest and move through.
Exactly. If you eat a heavy breakfast, well, you're probably already ready to take a nap, right? So that's the problem, and that's why I don't do it. I'm like, no eggs, no heavy stuff in the morning.
Yeah, because it just slows your whole day down.
So we put like you saw, I just put everything basically on. This is going to be a fat one. I mean, because this is, I mean, I wish myself good luck. It's going to be tough to roll, you know what I mean? Then some slices of avocado. Usually I use a dull knife to do that, you know, like
well, like a butter knife?
Exactly. So once everything is in it, we're gonna roll it up, right? So I'm gonna take, I ran out of gloves, by the way, but whatever. So I'm gonna sort of first start with the tortilla because that's a bit more stable. It's not gonna fall apart, because if you pull too much on the seaweed, it might gonna fall. But you really wanna roll that up tight, or as tight as possible. It's gonna be messy either way to eat, but that's sort of the fun too. You know what I mean? Not always has to be always pretty. Exactly. Then you wet the end of the nori, and you press it on, and it will stick. See? So that's it. So now we take the kale salad again. These are golden and red beets. We pour that over. That's another thing that I can say something about very quickly. A good thing to have is a mandolin. I don't have that piece of julienne thing in it now. This here you call julienne.
Okay.
That's and that's very nice in salads, because that makes a really big difference. You know how you cut things. Some people, I know people, including myself, I didn't like raw beets. And all of a sudden I started liking it, mostly because of the way.
Because it's thin as so
exactly, and it's just, I don't know if it's the presentation or whatever. I mean, you can do amazing things. You know, you can, with zucchinis, for example, you can make pasta with zucchini. There's like a thing called spiralizer. So you spiralize the zucchini, and then you put the pasta sauce on it, and it's fantastic, you know. And just because it's just because it's cut differently, basically. Then here the vinaigrette that I made at home, shallots, a little bit of vinegar, apple cider vinegar.
That's what I was going to say. I smell the apple cider.
And mustard, shallots, mustard, pumpkin seed oil, apple cider vinegar, a little bit of Himalayan salt. That's pretty much it. So now we can toss that salad with your hands. And I'm gonna look for plates in the meantime. So now you can basically put, you know, evenly divided on those two plates. But they put it a little bit on the side so we have room for the holy rollers. Here a bit something about kale. This is dinosaur kale, and this is just a regular curly kale. That's probably the two most common ones, and they're both in there now. I assume that everyone wants to try a little bit, but out of presentation reasons, I still just cut it in 2 slices. Usually, if I make it as an appetizer, I said that before, and I cut it in small slices so people can shovel it in their mouth and don't have to take bites. Now we are assuming that it's for dinner, so I just cut it in half. And I also don't worry about, some people would be worried now about the ending. It doesn't look perfect. I'm not that kind of person. Things just are a bit rough, in life every once in a while. It doesn't always look perfect, so that's totally fine like that, Again, clean that knife. So, do another cut. And also, I never over stylize things either. It's good if stuff looks nice. You see, like with the kale salad, it's nice that you have the red and gold in there, but it is still food, huh? It's not some kind of makeup or something like that. This is food. All right, cut. Yeah.
Wait, what you do? Just.
Said toast. And then you said it. And don't forget, we also ate that weird fruit.
So
it's gonna be tight too.
It's gonna be a problem.
It's gonna be on.
Oh my god, I can't.
And then there's also some tahini in it.
Are you ready?
Okay.
And we recorded all of that.
How do you record?
He got it all. I saw light flashing the whole time.
Are you ready? Alright, Ariana, go ahead.
Okay. So, what would you like me to start with? The wrap first?
Well, it's up to
I'll
you.
start with the wrap.
Yeah, you're right. It's smiling at you. Oh, you know what? I forgot something. This is ginger, pickled ginger. And it's also homemade. I made it at home. Be careful with that stuff, huh? But put a little bit on it.
Is it hot?
Yeah. You like spicy food?
Yes.
All right, let's do it.
Just a little bit.
Let's do it.
Thank you. So I'll move that over here. I'm gonna take. Okay. Yeah, it's delicious. And that ginger, I could taste it. It's really good with the. Oh my gosh, this is really good.
Good?
Yes, I'm gonna just try it.
I mean, you are honest with me, right?
Oh yeah. I would tell you if it wasn't. This is very good.
Awesome.
This is really good. I wouldn't have went back for another bite. This is really good. I just want to get it from the back a little.
Yeah, and it's, but I think it's really nice. It's really nice with the avocado, right?
Mm-hmm.
With its creaminess, it's really.
Mm-hmm.
I love avocados. Have it every day, almost.
Me too. I love avocado. I'm just gonna try the salad now.
Mm-hmm. Go for it.
Try to get all the ingredients in one scoop.
Yeah, it's tough. Should I get you a knife or something?
I
You
think
good?
I got everything.
You got it?
Mm-hmm. Mm. It's very good. No, it really is.
So you would eat kale salad on a daily basis?
Yes,
now?
and like you said, I generally don't eat beets, but the way it is, it's not overwhelming. It's perfect.
Yeah, yeah.
It's perfect.
And you know, with the kale salad, what is really a good thing is that after you massaged it, you can leave it in the fridge in that state for a week. And then you just, every day you take a little bit out for lunch or dinner and pour the dressing on.
Because I've never had kale and not cooked it. This is really good. This is really, really good.
I mean, you are not an exception. Most people, cook the shit out of it. So, until much more enzymes in your body if you eat it raw.
Yeah. That's true.
Which then means again that you're less tired because enzymes are produced in your body. But if you, that's what makes you tired because all the energy goes to your stomach to digest. So if you are eating something raw, you are actually giving your digestive system enzymes, so they have to produce less.
That's true.
Yeah.
That was delicious, though. Thank you so much. Thank you.
You were very welcome.